All right, how we doing, folks? We're going to let everybody jump on, and I'm going to be started in just a minute. So jump on. Excited to be with you tonight. Got a great webinar topic on how to speak and grow rich. So let's let everybody jump on, and then we're going to get started. As you come on, if you don't mind, share where you're from and share maybe one or two of the top things you want to take away from tonight's webinar. What's the main thing you want to take away from tonight's webinar that I can help you with? I've got 5 core strategies. Shepherds of Men, what's up? I've got 5 core strategies I'm going to be teaching tonight about building and growing and scaling a coaching company and how to get on stages and some big things. So we're going to have a lot of fun tonight. Chime in as you come on board. I'm going to share this over to our Facebook page. And in the interim, as you come on, man, just tell me what you want to get out of tonight. Guys, I'm Coach Micheal Burt. I believe everybody needs a coach in life. Spent the last 30 years of my life speaking on stages. I just flew in last night from Georgia. I was in Phoenix, Arizona, speaking to 400 people on Friday with my buddy Tim Grover, who wrote the book Relentless. And I was in Georgia last night speaking to real estate professionals and just doing coaching sessions all day today. So I want to help you really get this coaching business up. I want to show you some structures tonight. I want to make you think a little bit about this. So as you join us, just tell me where you're from and what you want to get from tonight. And we're going to tackle it. David Cox, Greg, good to see you. Shepherds of Men, Edward, good. So just keep posting. I'm going to share this over there and I'll be right back with you guys. We're going to get this ball rolling. All right, I'm going to be sharing this right here over on our Facebook page so some more people can join us that maybe didn't have the link tonight. And we should be up and running in just a second. Got it. Let me pull up my notes, how to speak and grow rich tonight. There we go. All right. All right. Let me see what we've got tonight, guys, as you join here. Georgetown, Texas, Marcia Tucker. Corona, California. Nice. Inspire people to take action, captivate the audience. Josh, that's going to have a lot to do with your connection to the audience and vulnerability. And we will tackle all the questions you have tonight. What's up, Tony Merwin? I see you getting on stages out there. First step is to get on a stage, folks. Once you get on a stage, then it's a matter of how good you can be on that stage, how well you can connect and have what's called a direct hit to the audience. And then take that direct hit to the audience and compel them to want to go deeper with you. You know, last night, Steve Yates, when I finished speaking, 4 people came up to me and just started crying. And they just said, man, I can't talk about everything that you made me feel tonight, but man, you really stirred something inside of me. I had a woman that the message hit so strong, she left and went up to her room and prayed and then came back and said to me, man, you know, I've got a certification with Maxwell. I've been through the 7 habits of highly effective people. And man, you just awakened something inside of me. So it's one thing to get on a stage. That's the first part. And that's a really critical part, but it's also another thing to connect and land that direct hit with an audience so that they are compelled to want to do business with you. They're compelled to want to go deeper with you because they believe you can really help solve a problem for them. Okay. So we're going to be tackling all of these things tonight. So I'm excited. There's nothing, guys, that I love talking about more than coaching coaches or speakers. So I want to thank you for joining us tonight. I'll come right out of the gate, Mark, and say, I personally believe after doing this for 20 years or more, really 30 years now, that there is no better strategy that you can use to generate leads, immediate business. There's no Facebook ads. There's no marketing strategies. There's no email drip campaigns. There's no outbound calls. In my opinion, there is no better strategy than speaking. And it is the fastest way to build clients. It's the fastest way to build a database. It's the fastest way to build interest. It's the fastest way to get a person to go, you know what? I resonate. I'm in. Okay. So we're going to talk about that tonight. That's why I titled it Speak and Grow Rich. I actually borrowed this title from a book. There's a book called Speak and Grow Rich that Dottie Walters wrote. There's a lot of books out there that you can read on this. Speak to Sell by Dan Kennedy, Speak and Go Rich, which is a book I read many years ago. And so I titled it tonight because I think it's a good hook, right? Eric White's on my team. He was with me last night in Georgia. We flew in there, and he's going to be with us tonight throughout the evening. If you have questions or if you want to reach out to Eric about something, all of this is really leading up to one of my favorite boot camps that I do called the Micheal Burt School of Speaking, Coaching, and Publishing. And I created the Micheal Burt School of Speaking, Coaching, and Publishing because so many people came to me and said, I have a message, but I don't know how to get it out there. I've got a book, but I don't know how to write it. How do I sign a publishing deal? How do I speak on a stage? How do I craft a message? How do I convert a message into business? How do I recruit people from speaking? I constantly was hearing that. So we actually built out a 1.5-day boot camp at my lodge outside of Nashville, Tennessee. It's coming up February 23rd and 24th. It's already got probably 25 people in that, and who are coming into Tennessee to spend 2 days with me to coach them specifically on how to speak, coach, train, lead, publish, license, any way that you can monetize a message is what they're coming to learn. If you can't come to the one in February, I think I have another one in May, and I have one in Dallas, Texas. I have one in Nashville and also in Dallas, Texas, where I'm going to be speaking in May. So thank you for joining us tonight. Everything, and I mean everything that I'm going to talk about tonight that drives a speaking business starts really with one thing. And that one thing is not how good you are on a stage, because nobody knows that until you get on a stage. It's not how well you connect to an audience, because nobody knows how well you'll connect to an audience until you get asked to be in front of people. So when I was making my notes for tonight, I started going, man, what is the one thing where this whole thing originates? Outside of your own desire to speak, coach, train, lead, monetize, it all starts with one simple concept. Okay. Many years ago, I read a book by Stephen Key. I think it's over here in my library somewhere, called One Simple Idea. And it was about how Stephen Key had taken ideas and licensed those ideas, which means other people rented those ideas. Well, in the speaking world, everything begins with one thing. You have a concept that resonates with people. Okay. And you say, well, why is this important? One of my early business coaches, and I firmly believe in investing in coaches. I was in my coaching session today with my coach. I firmly believe that before you become known, before you become famous, which means known and renowned and celebrated, you first have to learn to position by concept. You come up with incredible concepts that other people are attracted to. Okay. And I was coaching a guy today who's in our coaching program, and he helps real estate agents get up and get started in the first 90 days, new agents, right? And he's trying to find a hook because nobody knows who he is outside of his area. And I said, man, to become known, we got to come up with an incredible concept. Coached another guy in the solar industry, and his concept was hit the ground running. How to get your troops up and going in the first 90 days and selling. See, that's a good concept. See, people could hire him to come in and work with their new troops, how to hit the ground running, how to get your people up and going in the first 90 days. So everything begins with the concept. If you see me talk about prey drive, that's a big concept. Companies hire me every day and say, I want you to come in and activate my people's prey drive. Parents on our success school say, I want you to activate my child's prey drive. Okay, that's a big concept. So when we're starting with concept, and I'd love for you guys to type in your concept. Mike Dole's on here interacting for my team. Everything starts with a concept. And from the concept, we can build out the other ancillary things we can do with the concept. But the concept must be strong and it must solve a problem for other people. Okay, I remember, if you look over there over my right shoulder, that's me speaking at 10X. We generated probably over $1 million from me speaking on that stage. We generated $250,000 in the first hour of me speaking on that stage. And I remember having a conversation with Grant Cardone. I said, man, what do you want me to talk about at 10X? And he said to me, I want you to show people how you went from a high school basketball coach to this, right? How did you do that? Well, I didn't want to call my talk, right? How I went from a high school basketball coach to this. So I started thinking, what do I want people to do? So Tony, I start my presentation by thinking, what do I want people to do? I want people to sign up for my coaching program, Monster Producer. I got 10,000 people. If I just sign up 1,000 of those people at $500, right? We made $500,000. And so I'm like, okay, he wants me to talk about the mindset I had from going from a high school basketball coach to where I am today, to building this speaking and coaching business. I said, man, I'm going to call that Inside the Mind of a Monster. And I come right out of the gate and I said, man, I'm Coach Micheal Burt. I believe everybody needs a coach in life. I believe a monster producer is a freaking legendary creature that combines multiple skill sets to dominate a market. Now, who in this room wants to be a monster? And all those people like, I don't want to be a monster. I'm like, all right, for the next 45 to 50 minutes, man, I'm going to show you the exact mindset I used to go from being a high school basketball coach, right, with making $25,000 a year to charging $25,000 an hour, and sometimes generating over $250,000 from a stage. See, what I did is I took his concept of what he wanted me to talk about, and I said, okay, let me package it up into a concept that will resonate with people inside the mind of a monster. See, most people think a monster is bad, negative. I said, no, monster producer. So I've already shocked them right out of the gate. A monster, like my wife wrote a book called Living with the Monster. We're doing a couples retreat this weekend in Florida called Living with the Monster. How do you thrive in partnership when you're married to an obsessed person, when you're married to a driven person? How do you keep it together when you're married to somebody? See, that is a great concept. So when you're thinking about it, I don't want you to be vague. Okay, so I see shepherds of men on here. When you're thinking about this concept, I want you to be real clear in exactly what you do. We build men from the inside out. We build better men. We teach you how to be a better man. See where I'm going with this? Like, the concept is critical to this whole equation. Because without the concept, you just got an idea. You got something you want to talk about. Does the concept solve a problem for other people? Would somebody pay you to bring you in to speak to their team on your concept? How many people are interested in your concept? So now, right, think about my concept, $1 million follow-up. How many people struggle with follow-up? We took that and spun it off and turned it into a one-day boot camp called Fanatical Follow-up. Think about the concept of person of interest. How do we help you become known? How do we help you become famous? How do we, right? How many people in the world want to become famous today? And listen as you give your concept. So my counsel for this real estate agent I'm coaching today was very simple. Come up with some concepts and test them out. Come up with some big concepts and let's just test them out and let's see how they work and how they don't work. But you got to have a hook, man. You got to have a hook. We got a new coach on our team named Hubert Payne, and Hubert Payne works on mental and emotional blockages. meaning you're stuck, you're blocked, most likely by some trauma, some past event. I'm coaching you through Pray Drive, how to activate. I'm coaching you in how to explain your value. I'm coaching you in how to follow up. I'm coaching you in conversion. I'm coaching you in how to find your talent. Some people get coached by me and then they're still stuck. And he was talking to me, Sean, in a conversation one day, and he said, man, people go to a physical gym to work on their body, but they very seldom go to the mental gym to work on their mind and their heart. And I said, that's going to be the title of our new program. It's going to be called the Mental Gym. Reboot, recalibrate, reconnect. And the whole purpose of going to the mental gym is to do the heavy lifting on the inside of the mind and the heart and the spirit. And we're going to combo that and create a whole new division called the mental gym. Boom. You see, now we got a new concept. So for you, your speaking career, to speak and grow rich, you first have got to get in front of people. You don't need more money, you need more people. And the way you get in front of people is you have a concept that solves a problem for people. Number one concept people say to me today, I want you to come in and activate the Pray Drive in my people. How much would a mortgage company pay to have all of their Pray Drive activated? How much would an insurance company pay? How much would a financial services company? How much would a bank pay if only a percentage of their people's Pray Drive was activated to go get it? So my guess of tonight of why you're here, Tammy, is that you have a song to sing. It's deep. It's transformative to you. Your life has been changed by something. You've had a big revelation. Because of the revelation, you have a conviction. Because of the conviction, you're willing to take action. Okay, that's number one. I believe you have an experience that can help another person. You got a song to sing, and you've had an experience that can help another person. Who could that experience help? My wife, as many of you know, through my story, had a drug problem from 21 to 24. And she did hardcore drugs. I didn't know her during that period of her life, but she's a very spiritual person. She's in an abusive marriage at 19 years old, got lost and confused, hanging around the wrong people, and started doing drugs. And she just quit cold turkey one day. No rehab, no intervention, no nothing. She just stopped. And she did nothing with that story until now. Now she's writing a book about that process. And it's going to help people who are addicted, people who can't stop drugs, people who can't break a bad addiction, people who can't stop a bad habit. See, that is taking a mess and turning it into a message. That is taking the trash, as Mike would say, and turning it into a trophy. See, these are concepts, right? So when you're thinking about this concept, my guess is you've had some kind of experience in your life that would be really valuable to somebody. Now, who would want to hear that experience? Better yet, who would pay you for that experience? Who would write a check for you to come in and talk about that experience? Who would buy a book written by you? What does the book solve? And number three, my guess is you have a message that can solve a big problem in the world. So the concept is a song you want to sing. I wrote the book Person of Interest because I said, man, I'm tired of chasing business. I want to build a business that's so attractive that I'm attracting people to me, not chasing. Because here's the premise: chasing anything sucks. So I don't want to chase business, man. I want to attract business to become attractive. I remember something Jim Rohn said: to attract other people, we must become attractive. To attract other people, we must become attractive. I want to be a person of interest. I want to attract other people to me versus chase other people. See how I'm coming up with these concepts? Mental gym, Pray Drive, fanatical follow-up. This ain't no practice life. Person of interest. Like I'm constantly like a songwriter, listening and thinking and writing. Oh, boom. That'd be a great concept. You hear me talk about all the time, going pro. I'll probably write a book called It's Time to Go Pro, because I talk about it all the time. I may come up with a concept called You Don't Need More Money, You Need More People, because the people have the money, right? These are concepts. Now, you say, why are you talking about this so much, Coach? What's this got to do with speaking? I can't get you on stage. Not a good one, unless you have a concept that solves a real problem. See, today I was negotiating a speaking engagement that I asked $25,000 for. And I asked the woman, do you think I'm the most qualified person to deliver this message? And she said, well, I do, based on what I've studied and who I've looked at. And I said, man, would you go fight for me to be the #1 guy at this conference? And I said, tell me what they're trying to achieve. Well, they're trying to achieve X. Okay, let me tell you my experiences on achieving X for Y and how I can get, right? That came by a very strong recommendation from someone in our coaching program. He told them I was the guy they need to get because he said this dude will activate what? The prey drive in those people. That's a concept. Now, some of you come out of the gate, you got a flat concept, you got a boring concept, you got a concept that's important to you, but it ain't important to anybody else. And you can't figure out why it can't pick up any traction. Like breakthrough. Well, how many people have said breakthrough? How many people have said the same things over and over and over and over? Right? So you got to start thinking, okay, how do I take this concept and how do I sexy it up? How do I make it better? How do I make it hook? How do I make it easy for people to understand? Right? Think about this, atomic habits. 7 habits of highly effective people, good to great, right? These are books that stay up in my mind, okay? So when you think about this, Aaron, you can't have a boring concept, man. It's like, man, I'm gonna go out and motivate people. Okay, great. See, I trademark Prey Drive because it's a new way to talk about motivation. Here's a concept. You've heard of deja vu, where you've heard of something before. What about vuja day? That's a new way to look at an old problem. That's a fresh perspective on an old, stale way of doing business, man. I bring a vuja day to the industry. So tonight, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you 5 strategies. And these 5 strategies are like building blocks, okay? And if you're serious and you're thinking about going pro and you're ready to make some real money, when I'm negotiating a speaking engagement right now, we start at $25,000. We believe that every speaking engagement I do should be worth $250,000 in the room of people once we give the message and we offer something on the back end. So I'm going to give you 5 strategies. But if you're serious and you're trying to go pro in your speaking business and you're ready to make the big money, then I really want you to consider coming and spending 2 days with me at the Lodge, February 23rd and 24th, where I go deep into this concept. I've coached some of the top insurance people in the world here, have gone through the Micheal Burt School of Speaking. They're all on stages. You would see them on stages, and they have gone through this school with me. Some of the top real estate people have gone through this school with me. Some of the top mortgage people have gone through this school with me. It's 2 days at my lodge of me breaking down how to build a profitable speaking business, how to monetize a message. And we monetize messages through speaking, coaching, training, leading, licensing, kids, couples. Only thing I don't have right now, folks, is a singles product. But don't worry, I'm going to come out with a singles retreat, maybe, right? The living with the solo monster. Now, here's why I'm telling you this, guys. Because I can show you how to take a simple message and make money with it 12 different ways. This is what everybody wants to know. Okay. I started my speaking career by speaking for free at Rotary clubs, civic organizations, kids camps, universities, right? Some of the biggest, I did a workshop one night on a concept called This Ain't No Practice Life, Tony. 2 people showed up. They paid $40 a piece. One of those people signed me to a 4-year, $450,000 contract, right? All because of a concept. She came to hear the concept. This ain't no practice life. She walked out of the workshop going, this is the dude to coach all of our people for the next 4 years. Folks, it can happen. I signed a $250,000 contract in Houston, Texas, because a woman walked into a bookstore and bought my book that Everybody Needs a Coach in Life. She told her boss, he brought me to Houston. Next thing you know, boom, I'm their coach. So when you're thinking about this, the power of the concept is so critical that so many people miss. So they get on a stage and they don't connect with an audience. And the connection, and the people don't remember the connection. See, I like listening after I speak at a conference on how many people will refer back to the presentation I had. So last night I spoke and I'm out in the hallway and I'm listening and said, Coach Burt said this. Coach Burt talked about that pray drive. Coach Burt talked about going pro. Coach Burt said we need to be a person. Even Tim Grover, the great Tim Grover, wrote Relentless, told me, he said, man, during my Q&A, somebody mention your pray drive. That is a concept that lands a direct hit with people. So I want you to really spend some time on this. And we do that at the Micheal Burt School of Speaking, February 23rd, 24th at the Lodge. If you're going to go pro, be decisive, be bold, bet on you. Get in a room with somebody who knows how to do this, folks, that can help you expand. Cody Askins came to my Micheal Burt School of Speaking, said he generated $600,000 more as a result of going through that School of Speaking within the next 12 months. That is what should be happening here. So let's talk about this. I want you to write down this methodology. Number one, we got the concept. We're going to talk about that in just a second. From the concept, we're going to go out into the marketplace and we're going to speak. Speaking could be online like this, or it can be offline, in person, on a stage. This is online, webinars, Facebook Lives, Instagrams, online, offline, on a stage, in a small group, in a boot camp, in a one-day event, in an evening event, offline. Our whole objective is to come up with concepts that get us on stages, right? Imagine being, and think of it like this, as you're thinking about your concept. You are the leading authority in the world on this one thing right here. And this one thing right here solves a major problem for all of those people out there. So when I come up with my concepts, I think about neglected problems. What are problems I hear in the insurance business over and over and over? Engagement, follow-up, selling over the phone, connection, boldness, pray drive, intrinsic motivation. See, I hear these over and over and over. Coach, can you get my agents motivated? Can you keep them motivated? Can you get them to follow up? Can you help them with closing and conversion? Can you teach them how to be bold and not afraid of rejection? See, these are things I listen and I'm like, boom, that's a big concept. Okay. I come up with a concept today, remarkable boldness, not just boldness, remarkable boldness. What about this? Everybody talks, but few connect. The art of connection. Okay, see, these are concepts. So number one, we want to come up with a great concept. This is big idea number one. We're going to go out and we're going to speak on that concept in front of people, as many people as we can. We're going to talk about that concept as much as we can. We're going to do Facebook Lives on the concept as much as we can. We're going to do Instagram Live. We're going to do Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, whatever. We're going to talk about that concept over and over and over and over. See, I talk about pray drive and selling. Pray drive and follow up, pray drive and closing, pray drive and initiating, pray drive in your kids, pray drive in your spouse, pray drive in your employees, pray drive in your managers. Talk about it all the time, over and over and over. Now, from that, when we go out and we speak, this is a big mistake people make. When we get on a stage, no matter if you got 10 people or 500 people, we're going to get up there and we're going to speak and we're going to connect with people's hearts. And the way we're going to connect with people's hearts is we're going to be vulnerable. We're going to have a great through line from the start to the finish of our message. Pete Vargas would teach you start with the heart. We're going to connect to people's hearts. So the way I personally do that is I start off with my story of origin. I was raised by a single mother, right? Had me when she was 16 years old. She used to take me down to the local baseball field, and it was one woman named Mickey Benson who cared for me, tended for me. See, now I've hit the single moms. Now I've hit people who grew up in a divorced home, which is 50 or 60% of people. Now I've hit, hey man, I grew up on a ball field. See, I'm telling a story of origin. I start with the heart. And then I move into the head. Man, today I'm going to teach you what pray drive is, how to activate it. What are the 3 phases of it? What are the 5 activators of it? And then I'm going to weave these stories in. And only stories, man, I want to be good enough that I can feel the energy of the audience. And I can know when I need to be funny. And I can know when right yesterday, right in the middle of my talk, somebody FaceTime in to the screen on the thing. So instead of ignoring it, I answered it right in the middle of my talk. And I'm like, hey man, how you doing? This is Coach Burt. Who are you? And the audience laughed and laughed and laughed. At the very end, I said, man, go to coachburt.com because everybody needs a coach in life. And the whole audience just died laughing. It was impromptu. It was improv. Didn't work the way I thought it was going to. It's okay. We're just gonna roll with it, man. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be authentic. I'm gonna be vulnerable. I'm gonna tell stories that I ain't comfortable talking about, man. Because everybody in that room's got a story they ain't talk about. If you really want to see a communicator communicate, watch TD Jakes in the interview with Stephen Furtick called Crushing It. That is watching a master communicate, connect, tell stories, touch people's hearts. People are crying, they're laughing, they're sobbing, they're yelling. That is how you connect. You've got to get out of there and quit getting up on the stage and being boring or not landing a direct hit. So what I do is I speak from the heart with a cadence and a rhythm. And I only talk about things I know, things I've practiced over and over and over and over. And then I want to tell stories that make people laugh and make people cry. And I want to direct challenge the audience. I want them, when they're finished listening to me speak, to sit there and go, damn, I just went through, man, like that dude coached me so well during this 30 minutes, man. I feel like I got to go deeper with him. So then we need to collect data. And this is a big mistake a lot of speakers make. And the way we collect data is by using Genie Rocket, our CRM company, and we offer something. I'm going to give you this presentation. I'm going to give you the opportunity to spend 2 days with me. I'm going to give you this. Text in. If you want to know more or do something with me, text in, flip the switch. If you want to go pro right now and do something and commit to something, text in go pro and let's go to work. Because some of you in the room ready to go pro. You've been thinking about this for a long time. You've been wanting to make money a long time to speak. It's time to go pro, man. It's time to leave your amateur desires behind. I'm going to collect data. I'm going to collect data. I'm going to collect information, names, emails, phone numbers. You don't need more money. You need more people. You see, those people last night, there was 3 different mortgage companies that came to me and said, I want you to work with my mortgage company. I want you to work with my team. There were real estate people that's got teams. There were connections to people who have other connections. There's this person that's got connections. There was couples who want to come to our couples retreat. Folks, collect data, information. And then we're going to have an offer. If you like what you see tonight, you're going to take action on the Micheal Burt School of Speaking. You're going to spend 2 days with me. You're going to let me help you make that 600,000 in a 12-month cycle. You're going to take action on something. There's always an offer to go to something in the future, right? I'm giving you an hour of my time. I want you to come spend that 2 days with me and let me really go deep with you, teaching you the mechanics of how to do this. There's an offer. Then you're going to collect information. Now, then we're going to follow up with people like crazy. And this is really where a lot of speakers fall off the wagon, guys, is that you get on stage and you have a presentation, you don't collect any data, and there's no follow-up. There's no phone calls, there's no text messages, there's no pushing people to something in the future. There's no pushing people to something in the future. What is that? A boot camp, a one-day event, a workshop, an online academy, to go to the back of the room to buy a book. See, there's nothing for me to do. So I see people speak, and the amateur speaker wants that. They want applause. They want to walk off stage and go, oh yeah, that was good, man. Everybody, like the other day, I got a standing ovation. And the amateur goes, hey, they gave me a standing ovation. What else do I want? What I want is them to want to go deeper with me. I can't change their life from a speaking engagement. I can't change their life from a coaching program. I can't change their life over a cycle of time. The great Zig Ziglar had 2 stacks of mail that people brought to him. One stack was people that said his speech changed their life. And then one stack was people said his coaching program changed their life. He said that stack was 10-1. The speech, don't miss this, is only there to open people's minds to possibility. See, one big mistake I made for years was thinking that I was up there to speak, to teach them everything I knew. And then I read something that opened my mind and said, no, the reason you speak is to open a person's mind to possibility. It's to expose them to something. You change their life when they sign up for your coaching program. You change their life when they go deeper with you. You change their life when there's a real relationship with you. You don't change their life through the presentation. You know how many presentations that I've heard in my lifetime? They didn't change my life. I don't even remember what they said. But I do remember going, I need to know that person. I need to get involved with that person. I need to sign up for that person's coaching program. The guy coaching me right now watched his videos. I wasn't overly impressed. But then I began getting coached by him of interaction on a monthly cycle. He's very different than me. He's not dynamic, but he's deep. And he's changing my life, man. He's changing my life with connection. That would have never happened if I wouldn't signed up for the coaching program. That would have never happened if I wouldn't committed. That would have never happened if I wouldn't invested. So let me go through the formula one more time. Start with the big idea. That's the concept. We want to package that idea into speaking video, a 1-page that outlines everything. These are all things I teach at the MB school. We want to package it into landing pages. We want to package it into promotions. We want to package it into images. Then we're going to use those images to go out and speak. We're going to speak anywhere they have us initially. When we speak, we're going to collect data. After we collect that data, we're going to have an offer. We're going to say, hey, man, if you want to do something with us, boom, step over here. Come do something with us. We're then going to follow up on those people, and we're going to start to build out products and services that solve their problems. Okay. And I have boot camps, 1-day events, 4-week Zoom series, webinars, live speaking engagements, strategic partnerships. These are all products and services that people can buy after they have been activated at a speaking engagement. Now, let me go back to the first concept again. Everything is driven by the speaking engagement. Everything. Every major contract you're going to sign, every major book deal you're going to get, everything is going to start by somebody seeing you somewhere and going, I like that dude. I like that woman. Man, let's go deeper with them. So, concept, speak, collect data, make an offer, follow up, push to something in the future. So big idea number 1 is the concept. And I want to use this because I've been hammering on this. We're going to call this the fundamental relationship. And the fundamental relationship is between your concept and skill set and my problem. See, your skill set solves my problem. Okay. And the fundamental relationship is you have a unique talent. You have a unique skill set. You have a unique methodology. You have something unique that helps me work something in here internally or externally. Internal, I got internal problems, man, confidence, fear, insecurity, doubt. External problems, I need more money. I need more followers. I need more employees. Those are external problems. Or your talk solves a big internal problem for me. You know, when I wrote a book on confidence, and I wrote that book because I lost all of my confidence when I was 25 years old. I went through 6 months of depression, clinical depression. My own mother, who's a nurse, said, I got to take you to the doctor. I can't see you like this. And I got on prescribed drugs to overcome my clinical depression due to just a debilitating breakup that I went through. And during that period, that breakup forced me to do the heavy lifting inside of me, to rebuild my confidence brick by brick by brick, to build an unbreakable confidence. And after I went through that process, I said, man, I have a song to sing. I want to write a book on confidence. And I studied it and I broke it down and I turned it into a science, and we turned it into a book called Swag on 6 battle-tested strategies to build, maintain, and protect your greatest asset. Okay. Thank you for that. And that book had a lot of heart and soul in it, man. It came from me being crushed emotionally. When I talk about it, I'm passionate about it because I know how many people have been crushed, depressed, brokenhearted, broken-spirited. So it's a big concept. It's probably a concept I need to bring back. Just talking about it, I need to bring it back and talk about it more because it's so powerful. So number 1 is the concept. Number 2 of that concept is a big idea. So I got the concept first. Number two, big idea is connection. And I'm actually reading a book right now. One is Blanchard, Today I Begin a New Life. And two is a book called Connect, which is based on the #1 highest rated course at Stanford they ever had on connection. And as I have gotten better at connection to an audience, there is a direct correlation between a connection to the audience and monetization, meaning people wanting to go further and deeper with you. If I see you speak and I'm just sitting there and you can't connect and you can't touch me in here and you can't touch my spirit, I'm just out in the audience going, there's no connection, man. Why would I buy? Why would I buy for their coaching program? Why would I? They didn't activate anything inside of me. Why would I want to spend more money with them? Why would I want to go deeper? Why would I want to buy the book? You want to be so compelling and have such a connection that you want me to get up and go straight to the back and say, I got to buy their book and I got to sign up for their coaching program and I got to go to the lodge and I got to do this and I got to fly to New York City. I flew to Puerto Rico, folks, by myself. I sat in a movie theater one night and watched Wayne Dyer talk about his relationship with his father. I cried through the whole thing by myself in a movie theater. I went online that minute and said, where is he going to be that I can go see him? And he was going to be in Puerto Rico. Like the next day on a cruise ship, he was porting in Puerto Rico. And I said, man, I got to go meet this dude. I bought a plane ticket and flew to Puerto Rico by myself. Paid the VIP ticket to shake his hand because of how he touched me emotionally. That's power. That is connection. This is what's missing for most speakers, right? And this is something we do at the MB School of Speaking. We're going to put you into pods and we're going to let you give a message. Man, we're going to sit there and see, do you connect? Do you not connect? Do you direct hit? Do you not direct hit? Can you be vulnerable? Do you have great stories or not great stories? Do people cry? A woman walked to me last night, cried the whole time. She, I can't tell you why I'm crying, but man, you hit me so deep tonight. I got to do something with you. So number two, vulnerability, relatability. And I want you to remember this concept of a direct hit. This is a Dan Kennedy concept. The only way to have a direct hit with an audience is to know their pain and to feel their pain and to communicate with that pain. Okay. Everybody's been through a breakdown. Everybody's been through a breakthrough. Everybody's had their spirit crushed. Everybody's been brokenhearted. Everybody's lost money. Everybody's been screwed over at some point in their life. Everybody's had a bad relationship with the parent, a terrible relationship with the kid. Everybody's had a fight with their husband or wife. Everybody's had a kid that's disobeyed them. Listen, know the audience, connect to the pain of the audience and the potential of the audience. Right? So I want you to really start studying. This has been so good for me, guys. Connection, intrinsic validation, how to be vulnerable without seeming like a victim, of learning something from knockdowns of life. So number two is connection to an audience. And I feel like we're really getting a lot better at this. And that's because I'm putting focus on it. I'm getting coached in it. I'm focusing on this part of being, a lot of people want you to focus on the pitch and you got to get better at your pitch. And that is true. That is a skill. But I want you to focus on getting better at your connection and the pitch will come easier. Okay. Both of those are skills. Number three, big idea on speaking and growing rich is the frequency around the message. This is very important. I believe you need an intimacy with the concept. People speak on things and it's so hollow and shallow. I'm like, come on, man. You don't have an intimacy with this concept. You haven't lived with this concept. I've been writing the book on Pray Drive for two to 3 years. I've been speaking on it for at least 3 years now. I have given it all over the world to all types of people. I have an intimacy with the concept. I think about it. I sleep on it. I pray on it. I read about it. It's not just a talk. it is a depth and a breadth around a simple concept. So once I have my concept, I need a frequency. And so what I wrote in my notes here tonight is, because you don't have a frequency around your concept, I don't know you. I don't know how you can help me. I don't know if I like you or don't like you. I don't know why I would hire you. Okay. I want you to start learning how to have a frequency with a message, man. I'm talking about it every morning on my morning videos. I talk about it in my coaching programs. I talk about it when I'm on the phone with people. I talk about it at speaking engagements. I talk about it through strategic partnerships. I talk about it through, right? Like I'm constantly, there's a frequency. Here's what I want you to know. The reason I'm coming to you is because you inspire me. You give me confidence. You show me a path. Number 3 is frequency around the message, Jessica. So once I got my concept, I now need to talk about it all the time. All over and over. See, I see some people give a talk. Then next week they give a different talk. Then the next week after that, they give a different talk. Then next week after that, they never mastered the first talk, folks. When I wrote the book, This Ain't No Practice Life, I gave the same talk 300 times. When I wrote Pray Drive, I give the same talk over and over and over. Here's what I do. I add nuance. I add depth. I add conviction. I add pausing. I add something, but it's the same talk. Covey didn't write the 7 habits and then the very next week talk about something else. He talked about those habits, man. This is what I believe at my core. And he got better and better and better and better and better and better. Some of you get up on stages. It's like, well, tonight we'll talk about this. Well, next week I'm going to talk about this. Or what? I don't know you. I don't know why you can help me. I don't know why I would pay you, because I can't figure out this fundamental relationship between you speaking on something and it solving a problem for me. See, you say, well, I'm an inspirational speaker. Do you know how many inspirational speakers there are in the world? Have you climbed to the top of Mount Everest? Have you done something remarkable in the world? See, I fully realize that what I've done in my life is not that remarkable. Okay, I haven't climbed the top of Mount Everest. I didn't go into war and was a war hero. I don't fly a Top Gun thing. I get that it hadn't been that remarkable. So I got to come up with concepts that are remarkable. And remarkable means other people would talk about those concepts. It solves a problem for them. I'm the guide. They're the hero. I'm just here to help you, man. I'm just here to move. What does John Maxwell do when he talks? Hi, I'm John. And I'm your friend. And I'm just here to help you. That's all I'm here to do. So number 3 is frequency. To be great and really see, you don't have the reps yet sometimes, right? We got to get them reps. Remember, you inspire me. You give me confidence. You show me a better way. Number 4, big idea. To speak and grow rich. Biggest missing structure I see is this one right here. The Outbound Formula. When you see me do all of the things that we do, this is the business side of speaking. This is a business. Just like an insurance business, just like a real estate business, like a mortgage business, like a retail business, you have to generate leads. You have to work those leads. You don't need more money. You need more people. Anything you could do to get in front of people so that they can hear you give your message is good. You generate leads. You follow up on those leads. You have an offer. You have something to sell the people. So number 4 is, how much outbound effort do you have right now around your speaking business? Are you generating leads for your speaking business, for you to speak on a stage? Or do you have anybody calling? Anybody? We make 80 phone calls a day, or we have 30 to 40 good conversations per day. We send out database blasts. We do Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, Facebook. We are just pushing and pushing YouTube videos like crazy, right? It's like boom, boom, boom. I got a message, boom, boom. Listen, this is what most people don't do. And they're like, well, man, I don't have any leads. I don't have any speaking engagements. I don't have any, right? I don't have anybody. It's sheer volume of people, man. You don't need more money. You need more people. I got a good concept. It solves a big problem. I got to get in front of people. And when I get in front of people, I got to have something for them to take action on. I got to collect data. Somebody's got to follow up with these people to put a deal together, to structure a deal. And every day, man, I'm on that phone following up with somebody. Every day, hey, man, why don't we do something? Today, I had an idea for another boot camp. Remarkable boldness. Everybody talks, but few connect. Then I start asking, who's the right people to bring people in? How can I sell tickets? How can I do this at my hunting club, at my lodge? How can I do this as part of my, see? Number 4 is an outbound effort. Okay. Eric White said the one reason everyone on this call should consider coming to MB School, because I know how to teach you how to build a multi-million-dollar speaking business. I know how to do it, man, because I do it. We had probably, I don't know, 50,000 in sales yesterday, maybe more. If we count a few other contracts, we may have done 75 to 100,000 in sales yesterday. I know how to do this, right? And so what I'm seeing when I'm coaching young speakers is like, man, they don't have this stuff in place. You don't have a strong enough concept. You don't know how to get on stage. You're not collecting any data. Nobody's following up with the leads. You don't have any products or services to sell people. And I'm like, dang, man. We don't have any marketing pushing out to become known. I don't know who you are. I don't know how you can solve a problem for me. I don't have anybody calling me to ask me to buy something. And so what happens is, man, it's just like you just are missing so many key elements of this equation to actually make money. This is a grueling business, man. And although it can be rewarding, it can also be crushing and heartbreaking if you don't know what you're doing, right? So number 4 is we need outbound effort, working leads through a selling system. This is why I put all my speakers through the monster growth system, through the fanatical follow-up. Because once you generate the leads, man, everybody loses in the follow-up if you don't follow up. Okay. So big idea number 4 is what I call outbound effort. Hey, can I speak on a stage? Hey, Sean, are you having something up in Jersey I can come to? Hey, man. Hey, JB, can I come back to Long Island and do your event? Hey, Chris, who I just spoke at, man, you're going to have this event next year I can come back to. Hey, Cody Askins, what can you and I do together here? Hey, boom, boom, all day long. Outbound. Outbound effort, man. Come on, John Hart. Everybody see there's formulas here. But I got to have outbound effort. I got to have somebody following up. I got to have somebody working the leads. I got to have somebody hitting the list. I got to hit, man, I'm doing this event, this Purpose to Profit event next week, Thursday and Friday. Man, I got a team that is so relentless on the marketing of this. Like I'm talking text message, phone calls, videos, boom, boom. I mean, it's crazy, man. They're like stone cold killers, but I love it. Big idea number 5, and then we'll take some questions, guys. That's right, Sean. Big idea number 5, the follow-up to new associations. A new association is when you win a person over from speaking and they introduce you to new people. Last night, there was a gentleman, a high-ranking person at Stockton Mortgage. And Eric, you need to go back to Christy to see who that was so you could follow up with him versus wait on him to follow up with you. And what he did is he walked up and he said, man, we need some of what you got at our mortgage company. Then another person came up and said, we need you at our mortgage company. Then another person come up and said, we need you, right? New associations is, I did an event last night for Exit, two of my favorite clients. The follow-up to new associations is, hey, man, if this was good for you, will you introduce me to your whole team of people? I know you got about 300 agents. Will you introduce me to the key person who is putting on the big Exit convention to see if I can get in front of 3,000 agents? See, the follow-up, once you deliver the goods, you then follow up and say, if this was good for you, can you introduce me to some new people? Because I'd love to meet some new people. The key to the many is to the one. I was talking to that meeting planner today and I said, hey, if we make this a home run for you, if we help you, if I'm the most qualified person, will you go in that room and fight for me to get this speaking engagement? Because that's going to put me in front of 500 more people. And I don't need more money. I need more people. Okay. So the follow-up, okay. The follow-up, there you go, Debbie. We'd love your help there. Eric White can get with you. The follow-up is so critical to opening new doors. And so many people go speak and they go home. They speak and they sell a few books and they go home. Nobody follows up with anybody. Hey, how do I do this? How do we do this? How do we do this? How do we do this together? How do we start a partnership together? How do we do this together? How do we do this, right? Now, final mistake I'm going to share with you from this one is people speak and they don't have any products to sell. They have a book. And you're never going to make a fortune with a book, folks. The book is the calling card. The book is the opening. Tim Grover told me they brought him to Saudi Arabia because the Prince of Saudi Arabia read his book, Relentless, and said, I want him over here in Saudi Arabia. The book opens the door. Opens the door to a speaking engagement, opens the door to a coaching assignment, opens the door to get on a stage. But once you get on a stage, and I like you, what else can I do with you? Do you have a boot camp I can come to? Can you speak to my people? Do you have a coaching program I can join? Do you have an online academy I can participate in? Do you have a summit or conference I can come to? Do you have a business I can join? Like I have an insurance agency now. People can join my insurance agency. People come to my boot camps. I'm raising capital to do big real estate deals, right? To buy apartment complexes and build greatness factors. I got a success school. Like I'm speaking to broker opportunity to get on a stage and be a person of interest so that other people will go, hey man, I want to do something with you. What would you like to do? Man, I'd like my kids to come to this. True story. Woman listened to me on the radio, Patriot Radio. Came to my boot camp, one day boot camp, the next day in Fort Lauderdale. Put her kids on a plane and flew from Fort Lauderdale to Phoenix to bring her kids to our success school. Then turned around and signed up for a 90-day coaching package. All from hearing me on the radio for 15 or 20 minutes. Boot camp, kids school, coaching program. Everybody see that? What if I didn't have those things? What if I didn't have the kids school for her to come to Phoenix and see me again? What if I didn't have the 90-day coaching program? What if I didn't have the person of interest package? What if I didn't have the Micheal Burt School of Speaking? See, you have got to build out a product suite so that when you speak, you go, hey, who in the room would like to go pro? Make a simple decision to come with me. Step over here. If you're ready to go pro, sign up, man. I got a $10,000 program. I got a $75,000 program. I got a $150,000 program. If you can't do any of those things, I got a $199 program. I got a $99 program. I got a $9.95 book if you can buy that, man. I got free YouTube channel you can go to every single day. See, I'm going to find a problem and I'm going to offer a solution to that problem. Now, I'm just going to be straight up with you folks. This could take years to figure out on your own. I know you're probably out there thinking, man, I know I got a message. No, I know this guy can help me. Why would I go to this MB School of Speaking? Why would I invest $5,000? I just told you, many of the people that go through our MB School of Speaking generate hundreds of thousands of dollars, or they come up with new ideas, or they build out a product suite, or they start a partnership. They do something that initiates their speaking career. I would not go at this alone. I had some of the best speakers and coaches in the world when I started this business. When I was 15 years old, I had one guy teach me how to speak and write books and give a message. Man, it changed my whole life. I would not try to go with this alone. I would make a decision. I need some help. I need a Coach Burt in my life. I need to come to the MB School of Speaking. I need to get in a room with Coach. I need coaching. I don't know what I'm doing. I know I have something. This is my wife, by the way. I know I have a message. I know I had a mess in my life. See, once my wife finishes her book, then it's going to be, now I got a book. Now you're going to have a talk. Now you're going to have a boot camp. See, I'm going to help her. And if my wife paid the $5,000 to come to the boot camp, there's no way in the world we would take it and turn it into $250,000 or $500,000. I want to show you how to take a single speaking engagement and turn it into $250,000. I've done it. I've taken a single speaking engagement, made $1 million before. I've taken a book and turned it into a $250,000 contract. I've taken a workshop with 2 people, turned into $450,000. Folks, I can help you here. We can help. I'm so passionate about it because, man, I just see what could happen if I could just get my hands around you, right? So I want to encourage you, man. If you're out there and you're watching this on Facebook tonight, or you're watching here, make a decision to go pro. Be a pro speaker, man. Make a decision to commit. When I was 25 years old, I was in love with Covey's concepts. 7 Habits of Highly Effective People changed my life. I studied under Covey from 18 to 25. Only met the man for maybe 10 minutes, but he was my mentor. And I wanted to go get certified in those 7 habits. It was $2,500. This was 20 years ago. And I didn't have $2,500, guys. I was making $24,000 a year. And I went to my mother and I said, Mama, this can change my life. I don't have the money. Will you loan me the money? That's called living out of your sacrifice. And I promise you, I'll pay you back $50 at a time, whatever. And I went for 7 days to that workshop, or 5 days, 8 hours a day. And man, I dug in and dug in and dug in. The best $2,500 investment ever made. It changed my life. Taught me how to package concept. Taught me these 7 habits. Helped me make millions of dollars, guys. Millions and millions of dollars. By going to that one workshop. It wasn't an expense. I didn't even have the money. I borrowed the money from my mama. Okay. 25 years old. That's embarrassing. Okay. I ain't embarrassed one bit to tell you that today. Some of you out there like, I don't have the money. I can't find the money, folks. When you want something bad enough, there is nothing you won't do to get in that room with me to learn what I'm teaching you. I promise you, it will change the game and the trajectory of your life. You can make millions of dollars speaking, millions of dollars coaching, if you just get in the room and understand it. So I challenge you, money changes hands when problems are solved. Create concepts that solve problems. Market those concepts like crazy. Generate leads, collect data, and follow up with those concepts, man. And by all means, make a simple decision. That word decide means to kill something off. Leave your amateur desires behind and go pro. That stage back there changed my life, man. 10X changed my whole life. I started working on that stage in 2012 with a relationship with one person. 2 weeks from today, I'm speaking in a church in Phoenix, Arizona to 3,000 people. They're going to pack it out. They're stopping the ticket sales at 3,000. That's the kind of places I want to get you, man. So you can go pro to the next level. I'm excited about working with you. I don't know who's coming. Who on here thinks they could come to the workshop? Who's bold enough? Travis, thank you. Thank you, bud. So good to meet you. So good to see you. Thank you for coming with me last night. Who's coming to the workshop with me? Travis is coming. David Cox. Man, I would love to see you there. Sean is going to be there. I know it. Steve Yates is in 17th and 18th. I'm coming this weekend. Come on now. Let's go do it. If you think you're going to come to the Micheal Burt School of Speaking 23rd, 24th, some of you come into Purpose to Profit. That's going to be good for you. It's going to be good for you. MB School is going to be good for you too, man. If you're thinking about coming tonight, be bold. Have a remarkable boldness about you. Be willing to come and commit to yourself, man. And write the book you're supposed to write. Write the bestseller you're going to write. Get on the stage you're supposed to be on. Get in a room with somebody who can help you, man. I'm tired of playing small. I don't know about you guys, man. It irritates me to play small now. I'm ready to go pro. So if you're thinking about coming, Eric White's on here. There's the link. Sean will tell you, coming to the lodge is a game changer. He's coming from New Jersey. He's been one of our best clients, probably one of the most committed dudes I've ever seen. Committed to his future, intense. There you go. Jacob, thank you. I look forward to seeing you in May. May's another one that we're going to be having. So Eric White will work with you, Dr. Brown. We just want to get you in the room, man. No matter what you do for a living. I think I got 25 coming the 23rd and 24th. We'll typically have 20 to 30 people. It's intimate. It's with me, face-to-face. I'm teaching it. Man, it's incredible, man. It is absolutely incredible. So I got time for 1 or 2 questions. And then I got to go see my son before he goes to sleep. Jessica Burns says she's going to come to the one in Dallas. Eric White, let's roll. Aaron, maybe. Reach out to me, Aaron. We're always hiring people. We're always hiring people, man. Most of the people on my team came from my boot camps. Anybody have a question for me tonight? I know I can't see the ones on Facebook. I'd be happy to answer those, but I'm so passionate about this. Can this really help you as an Optavia coach? You better believe it. You better believe it. All you are in the health business is, man, you're coming up with concepts and attracting people to you. The better you speak, the better you coach, the better you lead, the better you train, the better you know how to get a message out, the more people are going to be attracted to you. It's just that simple. Okay. It is just that simple. So yes, I got lots of top Optavia coaches coming in for this. I got real estate agents coming into this. I got, man, I got all kinds of people coming into this. Okay. So no matter what you do for a living, okay, this is going to help you. The Dallas dates, be happy to tell you, I think May 2021 is what I'm guessing. Eric, if you want to put that one, that one's on our website as well. There you go. It's called the $1 Million Coaching Getaway. The $1 Million Coaching Getaway. Yes, I am going to be a speaker at 8%. So I will see you at 8%. Okay. And Sean, I missed your question. So I don't know what the question was. Let's see here. Okay. They go fast on here, Sean. There it is. There you go. Our offer is irresistible. There you go. Guaranteed. Yep. Yep. I get it, man. My offer is simple, man. Come spend 2 days with me. There's no way you can't make more money as a result of it. There's absolutely no way just being around it that you can't generate more money. Okay, no worries. Okay, so I've got one in Dallas. So here's what I got for you. If you're out there watching, I got one coming up at the Lodge, 23rd, 24th. I got another one in May at the Lodge. And I got one coming to Dallas, Texas, called the $1 Million Coaching Getaway. Exact same content. At the one in Texas, we get a big Airbnb and you stay there. That's the plan. And we do the coaching there. So it's the same content. We just call it the $1 Million Getaway because there's trap, you know, you're coming there versus the Lodge. I call the one at the Lodge the Micheal Burt School of Speaking. Maybe I shouldn't change the names, but it's the exact same content. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Okay. What's the one thing you listen for when I'm looking for a pitch? You know, this is so crazy because I've studied people that pitch. I've studied all of it. I've studied the psychology of it. And man, I'm trying to get to the point where my connection is so strong with the audience that they just come back here and they say, man, I want to do something with this dude. What can I do with him? I really think there's a direct correlation between the connection and the monetization and the authenticity and the movement and the concept and the rhythm. I just really do. So I could get better at my pitch. Everybody could get better at their pitch, but I do think there's a direct correlation there. So thank you so much, guys. You guys have been incredible. Eric White is on here tonight. Eric at CoachBurt.com. Eric at CoachBurt.com. He's got posts. Thank you so much for your kind words. I appreciate you so much. You guys are so incredible. JB, Josh, Debbie, Tia. I really appreciate you guys always supporting me and believing in me. Trust me, you help me find you are my purpose. Okay, you help me. I couldn't have my purpose without you, man. So thank you. I look forward to seeing you. All the people on Facebook, God bless you. I'm going to go, David Cox, I look forward to seeing you at the Lodge, and I appreciate you. Eric White will work with you and make sure we get you going. And man, Josh, Shepherds to Men, God bless you guys. I'm going to go give my little boy some sugar before he goes to bed. You guys have a great night. God bless you.